Good morning. Here we go. There's the disclaimer. There's the cues. Starting off, let me go over yesterday. I released just a 1 minute video in the group just explaining what I saw here yesterday. When this made the new high, that changed this structure a bit, and then a lot. And then when it came down here and it held the 5 MA, and it did not roll over here, and then it made this new high right here, I told the group that this is now a bullish structure. And so we should be expecting to go up. I think higher than this. I think probably new highs, but we'll see. Which means this was a bottom. It had this hourly divergence, but it didn't have anything on the daily. The daily, in fact, looked really, really bad. Let's get all those lines out. And so we still haven't crossed over. There was no bullish divergence on this. This didn't seem far enough to me. It seems like it should have gone down here. So everything about this was a weird, like this is too early to me, it seems. So I don't know if we get a pop up and then a drop, or if we just rally up from here. All I know is that this structure turned bullish yesterday from being bearish and me thinking this was going to drop down. Now, that being said, the expected move for today is pretty big to the downside. Well, it's just pretty big in general because you have a 623 to the upside. Oh, too far. Which is going to put you right in this range here, right in that box to the upside, which is past the 200. Your downside is all the way at 608. So right here, oh, that's not as far as I thought. I must have been looking at the SPY number. Yeah, the SPY number was 586 or 686. Yeah, so your lower move is only the low yesterday. So it's expected to contain this move, which makes sense because this turned into a bullish structure. So we should pop out of here, but this is going to be key, 617.40. If we get above that, we should start pushing up higher. But yeah, the structure changed yesterday from it was bearish and then it changed to bullish. It flipped right after this candle. Right here. Can see the little gap up. So yeah, that's what we expect today. 623 or 608. So some pretty decent swings. But favoring the upside. All right, let's check on our boy Cliff. That huge drop at earnings. And the CEO is selling 3 million shares of stock, I think I saw. 3 million, 30 million, something like that, a lot. He's selling stock he's held since 2019 and some that he privately bought, which like that, but whatever, he must have a reason. I did not like this. I think this is a dead cat bounce, and I think we shoot down again. I do not think Cliff is done, although it did hold at the 200 there. This looks like a diagonal to me. And then we came out. Yeah, Cliff might be done there. That would be really bullish, but I'll have to wait to see. It has to break this high to get back bullish. So, and it's below all these moving averages except for the 200. So we'll see what Cliff does. Let's go to my plays. Huntsman's doing very well, continuing to push up. I like that. Neo, if the market's going to be bullish, this should push. We should have a good move here out of Neo. I said if the market can remain bullish, this is a good setup. So that hasn't changed. That's still a good setup. AES pushing higher, looking good. Wendy's, this is either, yeah. I've just been bottom fishing this forever. For months now. I'd like a payday Wednesdays. Okay. LAS on support. Let's see what that does. These should all start bouncing if we're going to be bullish. And that goes for Iridium today. They had the big sell-off yesterday going into earnings. I was a buyer. We'll see how that goes. Again, I'm bullish on this stock overall. So if they're going to give me a 9% down day, I'm going to jump on that. My outlook is not weeks. My outlook is years. I've got time. Oil just crushing it. And these are all my boys up here. Cosmo, just fantastic. Look at it break above that 200. So now it's going to try to get this to cross. I mean, that's going to be a huge move. Rig, another one. Love it. Indo, what's not to like? W&T offshore. And there we go. I mean, look at these. This is ridiculous. I was telling my group in November that they need to be switching to oil. I don't even know if anybody in my group listens to me. Although, to be fair, I do talk a lot. Nove, this is one of my favorites. This is in the supplier sector with, this is the OIH. This is with SLV, the big boys. This is my little sleeper in that sector. OII had this one since a little baby. Boar, fantastic. Yeah, energy is just hot. We can't get enough of it. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. We are going to burn all the oil on the planet, or as much of it as we possibly can, in the next coming years. We're going to need all the energy we can get our hands on. And it's not coming from solar or anything else, not even nuclear yet. That hasn't been built. What has been built is oil and coal. So guess what's going to get used? Oil and coal. They're going to use every last little bit of this that they can. And that's what the chart's showing you. And look, it's just getting started. 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 Get it? Okay. Here's the future energy, because once we burn up all that dirty energy, we're going to need to go clean energy. And this is the only mass produced clean energy at the time. And you can't get enough of it. There is not enough uranium to fill the demand. And that's not even counting future demand. So let's just say this is going to squeeze for the next 20 years. And yeah, that's what we're seeing. Hello. Hello. That one hasn't started yet. But look at Vert. Hello. Nope. Nope. We don't need any power. Forget that. Look, this hasn't even broken out yet. This is so stupid. I don't think people really understand what's happening here. And these guys, these are the ones that will deliver the energy. These are going to be your new power sources, your new power plants. These are going to be what takes over. The new style of energy. All right. From energy to retail, because I guess when energy takes off, so do jeans, because that makes sense. But that's the way it's been working. Let's go back to the daily. Let's getting ready to break out. I thought this was going to break down. You had these rejection. But I mean, you're turning up. You're just absorbing this, it looks like, to go higher. And that's really, really bullish. Abercrombie, I sold out of this. I still think this comes down here to 89 or so. We'll see. I might pick this back up. I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Just because of its ties. Gap. See, that never made it above the 5 MA. I don't know how I feel about that. This was a great looking. Well, here we'll go back to here. We could still just come down here 27 or what is that? 26, 30 and then pop back up. That's fine. Under Armour needs to take off. This huge move needs to reset some of that. Puma looks fine. I don't worry about Puma. All right, let's look at some of this new tech. This ASTI, I seriously did not buy enough of this. And it's just breaking out too. This was just a diagonal, and this was all you got out of it. Shooting out of the diagonal, and then it just ripped up. I mean, that is super bullish, and I don't know why. That solar company just flying. ASTS, I don't know if you know, but they're doing a stock offering. That's actually not a bad thing, because this 86 completes the cycle for me for the downside. I don't like that it did it after hours. I hate it when it does it after hours, but see, it did it here too. It did it on the Qs. It did it on iron. It has just done it on so many stocks. Just made the bottom after hours. Talk about frustrating. But yeah, I would like to see this during actual market hours hit like 85. Then that would be a bottom if it turned up from there. AAOI, I still see this in the hundreds. I mean, everything about that is bullish. Here's another space one that was looking like it was rolling over, and now it looks pretty decent. We'll see. We'll see if we get a big day today. We very well could. We have data again an hour before open. So 2 hours from now. Let's look at triple D because I like this. I like where it's sitting on this setup. I think I can erase this now. Yeah, if you can pop up from here, this is a good setup. Again, a lot depends on how we respond today. Same with qubits. Qubits, I was looking at all day yesterday. Like, are we going to get a bottom out of this? It hit my zone, and then it tested the zone, and we're getting buyers. So I don't know if this is a bottom. Again, it didn't have divergence. You're coming out of this diagonal here. And so you shoot down. Did you shoot down far enough? I don't know. This didn't look like a bottom. I didn't like it. And now it's just I don't know. The market is being so weird. So what I could see actually is a pop up to here, 25, 26, and then another drop down to the bottom of this range. I could see that. I still don't know if I trust this, but yeah, if we get a big bounce here and then drop down and get bullish divergence, that's what I'd be looking at. I think this is some sort of a bottom, but I don't think it's the bottom to continue up. It just doesn't look right. Nothing has on this market, which is why I think it's all kind of a large dead cat bounce, if that makes any sense. This one, I don't know if this is going to hold or break down. Sure looks like it wants to break down. Let's take a look at futures just to get a little glimpse. Again, we look like we're breaking out here. Holding above that support was resistance, now support, and now we're coming down right on this trend line here. You can see that is the trend line from this descent. So we're getting ready to cross above that. And we haven't even released data yet. So I think we probably pop and drop and then rip. We'll see. I'm bullish on today. It could pull a yesterday and flip bearish. It can do that. I mean, the market has its own liberties to do what it wants. So I'm aware of that, but for me right now, it's bullish. And here's the VIX. Looks like, yeah, the VIX is going to spike. I don't know when, but yeah, it has a massive spike coming. I think there's something that surprises the market coming up. I won't even dare to venture a guess, but the VIX is just ugly. I mean, every day you're fighting the VIX to barely send it down a little. I mean, yesterday, look, the VIX even went, yeah, just flat to up. People are buying VIX with their stock, or they're buying puts with their stock. They're not fully they're not going fully bullish. They're hedging and protecting themselves. They're leery of the market still, which makes sense. I'm leery of the market still, especially knowing that this is going to have a massive spike someday. And I would say this year, this is going to have just a massive spike. See, it's just held. It's actually held the low from 2016, but it just keeps going up. Can't break down. So that's why I say the market has a VIX problem. I mean, this is going to have a huge spike at some point. It's just coiled up, and it's going to break these. I mean, it's going to have like a 60 handle or something. It's going to go crazy. One day, this market is just going to completely unwind one day. And I've told the group that I foresee one day where we wake up and just everything down 30%. I have no idea when that day is coming, but the VIX looks, I see her still above support. So I won't say the VIX looks contained. It doesn't look contained. It looks like it's going to stay in this range here. 1820 to 1950. It's going to stay in that range. I don't know. We'll see. Probably until it spikes. Yeah, the market has a serious VIX problem. See, here's your low all the way back here, 2017. So, I mean, you're going to break this 80. You're going to break that at some point in the future because you haven't broken this low. So, this is a bullish structure. This is a completely bullish bullish structure. And here's your 1 2 1 2. I mean, you're just fiddling around and fighting this. Yeah, one day this is just going to be a massive. Oh, you thought you had stocks day. And again, I'm going to make no prediction on when that day is going to happen. All right, let's go back to the cues to close this rambling out. I'm going to go back to bed. Again, we're bullish. Unless the market turns again. But we broke out of that descending channel. So, yeah, above 626, and we start squeezing, I think. News gets released at an hour before open. More jobs data. So, be safe, be careful, be wise, be bold, and as always, good luck out there.